Hey, how y'all doing? This is Hunt 919, the Truth to Sports, coming to you with another segment. Want to get right into it. This one is dealing with women's basketball. Most of you all who pay attention to my channel know that I'm an advocate for women's basketball, especially college basketball. I have to admit, I'm not a real fan of the WNBA. I don't like how they really do their players. I don't like how they cut people. They draft them and then by mid-season or so you find out they've been cut or whatever the case may be. But it is what it is for now. But after watching a couple of games, as you all probably know, that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are supposed to be the saviors of this season of the WNBA, which is crazy pressure, but it's good for them because it looks like they profited off of it because they got some good deals off the court, so they're actually making millions of dollars. But after watching a couple of games and seeing how people are turning on the WNBA already, saying that it's lost its spark, Caitlin is struggling, which she should struggle, you all. She's new to the WNBA, playing with grown women. Angel's doing pretty decent. She had I think her last game, she had a rough first half, but then she picked it up and finished with like 12 points and 7 rebounds. And she's going to probably end up being a very, very good player. And Caitlin is going to be a very, very good player too. But they can't save the WNBA. I think I know what can save the WNBA. And I thought it, but I never said it out loud. And then a personal TV, Shaq said it on TNT. And even when he said it, I didn't agree with it at first. But Shaq says that the WNBA needs to lower the rims. And I agree with him 1,000,000%. If you watch the game, they run screens very well. They run plays very well. They can't cheat, because they're not as athletic, meaning they can't just jump over in a mistake. Some of the NBA players can make a mistake, but take a dribble and jump and dunk it, and you'll never know he made a mistake. We as the team knows it, as the players and the coaches know it, but the crowd will never know what happened. But they have to run their plays, have to set their screens. They're very good shooters, et cetera, et cetera. But can you imagine the dunk being added to the WNBA? I mean, you made the ball smaller. Why not lower the rim, to a respectable height? But bring it down a little bit. So let's go and let's get into it. Now, I think what will it bring to the game? Of course, it'll bring excitement. I think it'll draw men to the game. I think it'll draw little kids to the game, and I think it'll draw more of a national audience. Even with the new wave of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, the game is still missing a dunk. When you watch the game, it's like you're always looking for something exciting, and you may see a great move, and then you may see it ended with a layup. Well, that's okay a couple of times, but one or two times you want to see it end with a dunk. And some of these girls are athletic, and I'm going to get right into that. You have a girl from South Carolina. She's probably going to end up in the WNBA. Her name is Ashley Hawkins. She actually had an in-game dunk last year for South Carolina. I wish she could have had a couple more, but she may be in the league in the next couple of years. She's been a great athlete since high school. You got a girl from Stanford who's one of my favorites. Her name is Fran Belibi, Belibi. Not only is she very intelligent, she's very athletic. She actually dunked over a girl sitting down in a chair. So you need to type her name up and check it out. She was also the first girl that I've seen catch an alley-oop in a game, in her high school game. Not only did she catch it, I think she caught it one-handed and dunked it down. So she's a very good athletic player, and I would love to see someone like her in an open court. Somebody pitch it back to her and see her throw it down, because these girls are throwing it down on a 10-foot rim. Think what they'd do if you lowered it a little bit. And then you have a girl named Letitia. I don't want to mess up her last name. Amihereme. She also played at South Carolina. She dunks with ease and she dunks hard. I remember seeing her a couple of times in high school, and she was putting it down pretty easy, to be honest with you. Then of course you have Brittany Griner. She'll dunk you in the lane. She'll take a step and dunk on you. And can you imagine her turning and dunking on a person who's actually contesting her shot? And then you have a girl named Toby Fournier. Fourier. She'll be going to Duke next year. Now, this is a white girl with bounce. Now, she dunks with two hands on occasions, but what impressed me, she dunked backwards one game. I think it was the AAU game. She actually dunked the ball backwards. Now, I've been in North Carolina often, so I'm going to see her in person, but she has bounce. When you see her, the first thing you're going to notice is like she got a little bounce to it where she will dunk on you. So imagine if you lower the rim a little bit, and she's in the WNBA in college, and she comes down in the middle and dunk it. the crowd would go crazy. So she's a white girl with bounce. Then you have a girl named Olivia Nelson. She played at UConn too. She dunks hard. She's in the WNBA now, but they did a story on her, and her brothers taught her how to dunk. So she's a very good dunker. And then of course you got the old dunkers like Candace Parker. Candace Parker, was dunking in college. When I first saw her, I forgot the school she was playing. It was an NCAA tournament, and she has the ball in her one hand the whole way down the court. She didn't re-grip it. She took it from one hand, went right up in the air, and then dunked it. And the girl was right under her. And I think she got one in the WNBA. I'm not sure. Then you got Lisa Leslie, of course. She was the first woman to dunk in the WNBA's history. So I think to save this sport, I think it's going to take more than Caitlin Clark. It's going to take more than Angel Reese. It's going to take more than some of the players that's coming behind them. I think they're going to have to change the floor of the game. And to do that, you're going to have to lower the rim. Like the NBA, they turned the floor into a wide open floor. They made the defense so you can't really play defense. So they put up a lot of points, and they so-called made the game more exciting, for the fans. And I think they need to do some drastic changes to the WNBA game, and just something simple by lowering the rim. Some of those girls can already grip the ball, and just I think it'll add a lot of excitement, and I think it'll even draw somebody like me out to a WNBA game. And I think they need to really consider that. So don't be shocked in the next couple of years, if not next year. Who knows what'll happen? Because a lot can happen in a year. Who knows if they don't change that aspect of the game where they lower the rim in college and in the WNBA. And I think we'll see a big difference in the attention that it gets, because these women are high-level athletes. They're highly intelligent. They have great basketball IQ, but I think that if Caitlin keeps struggling, I'm hoping this doesn't happen, but if Caitlin keeps struggling, I think that they'll turn their eye away from the WNBA, as they easily do right now anyways. So let's hope this something drastic changes that's going to help Caitlin and Angel Reese take the WNBA to another level, or at least to a very mainstream level, to where you're going to want to watch it, and on occasion you're going to want to go to it, because I think it'll be great for the sport. So that's what I think. I think to help this game on the WNBA and to help save it, so it doesn't go out of business, because some predicted it could be out of business in the next 10 years because they don't profit from it. Let's hope they make a drastic change and bring everybody to watch the WNBA. And I think lowering that rim so we can see some of these extremely athletic women finish with a dunk, one hand, two hand, backwards dunk, or whatever the case may be. I think that'll be the call and be the move. It's been Hunt 919, Truth Sports. Ride with me. Hey, how y'all doing? This is Hunt 919, Truth Sports, coming to you with another segment. There's a lot of people that are called 5 stars coming out of high school that you never hear from again. So I thought you made a huge mistake. It's been Hunt 919, Truth Sports. Ride with me.